So it's the end of day one of working on this project. At this current rate, I'll probably be finished in 3 days. When I say at this current rate, is I've been so quote unquote inspired to do this that I've actually just kind of worked through this through my work. So I'm actually having like a proper 10 to 7 job, but I'm working from home. And I got this inspiration at like 12 around lunch, and I just didn't stop working until now. When I say that, I mean I didn't work that much, but I should be working on actual work, So if this rate goes on, I'll be done in like 2 more days. So keep that in mind. This is just my first thoughts. So let's talk about inspiration. I've been kind of toiling away at another project for about a week, and it's a video that I've been working on for technically like a year now. It's more like I've had this idea. I could never really put it down on paper. I've been working away on that, just toiling away slowly. And then I got this project where I was literally just going through YouTube. I saw a comment that was like, I want this. And I was like, I want this too. And the thing with like, I'm not going to say I'm good at art, but somebody who likes to do art is that you can literally do anything. Like, the only thing stopping me from producing what I want to produce is myself. And like motivation and inspiration. So you know what? I'm going to do it. Which is why like I'm having this format where I don't know what I want to like say together with this project. It's just I wanted to do this project really badly. So ta-da! So in like 30 minutes I had like the initial sketch drawn out. You may or may not know, but this shape is kind of copied from like one of the fairy tale covers. So if you know the manga Fairy Tail, I think on one of the covers is a photo of like Juvia just sitting like in the windowsill. I just took that, copied that out, stick it into my style, add on the stuff that I want to add on. It took me like 30 minutes to do that. I just love inspiration because there's some projects which take me like literally weeks, and then I still can't like do anything with it. And this project was just like 30 minutes. I don't even know if it's good or not. And I just slap it down on paper and it works out. So I don't even say this as well. It's not even a day. Like I'll wake up tomorrow, look at this, and just want to throw it away. That's so far so good. Then after that, I colored it in, decided what I want to say when I was doing my recording, and then I just started off with the legs first, and I was moving upwards. Why I wanted to do that, I have absolutely no idea. From doing a lot of projects, I realized I want to start something base and then build up from that. And I guess you could say the skin is the most base thing, so I started with the legs. But there's no motivation. I'm just going left to right. Right now, I really like what I've done so far. It's really plain. Like this could, okay, there'll be a title. I'm not gonna say the title right now, but in the title will be really, like obvious what I'm trying to do. But right now, I've literally just drawn the most plain thing with like nothing on it. So you can't tell what universe this is supposed to be in, or even what it is. And I think that's okay. So I'm just gonna slowly work on it, just build up the base so that it works quite well. I think by tomorrow I'll just be finished the base and all the additional add-ons, and then by the third day it's supposed to be like a Star Guardian thing. So I'll draw all the spacey stuff and then I'll finish off the background. Normally when I go into a project, I have no idea what the background is going to be like. I have a really faint idea. In this case, it's more of a faint idea than anything else. But in a sense, the idea is better than nothing. I'm really excited to see how this project's going to go. Like, there's so much stuff that I need to add on that I just have to keep reminding myself, okay, I want this little thing there, and don't forget to put this little thing there, and hold that thing, it doesn't look like what you're supposed to be. Like the socks, it's supposed to be like a proper pair of socks, but she's not wearing it right for asymmetry, because who doesn't love asymmetry? But currently, right now, it took me like 3 or 4 iterations to get to where it is, and I'm not even that happy with it. Then I was just playing on my phone like 5 minutes ago, and I just changed the idea of what the base is going to be. Let's see if that actually keeps up with it. Other than that, I'm really excited to see how this project goes. Technically, I have to edit the video of another project and publish that before working on this. But the problem with inspiration is that I want to work on this more than that. But if I don't work on that, I'm never going to finish it. But I really want to work on this, so see how that goes. See you tomorrow. So I guess you could call this day 2. Technically, it's like day 4. I didn't really touch the project on day 2 and 3 because I was actually using the time to edit another video. So let's call this day 2. I have not touched it, fresh. So it's been like 3 days. When I came back to it, I thought, okay, this is so ugly. I want to throw this project away. I think it's just because I gave myself a bit of time to actually look at it and see what we're doing with. I think the biggest problem, or like 2 or 3 biggest problems I had out of day 1, was that it was really unclean. Like, if you look at proper people's art and you look at what I'm doing, mine is messy at best. Another thing, I'm supposed to be basing this off like a Star Guardian series, which is a skin line in the game League of Legends, and I don't think I captured that. I really feel like it was really far off from what I was planning. So anyway, I just got back into it. In my 2 or 3 days, I had a lot of time to think about the project, and I had this little notepad written somewhere like, okay, this is what I want to do, da 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 da. One thing I wanted to do was, the hand is supposed to be just an empty hand, but now I added a phone in because this character is supposed to be like a music character. So I listen a lot with USB earphones. I wanted to put that in, just add a little music in there. I also thought I wanted to have orange hair, not pink hair. I realized a lot of my favorite characters from children cartoon shows have orange hair, and I just felt like I should add that back in. Initially, I planned it. I actually didn't plan anything, but I really like this ballet shoes thing. I had a friend who would just walk around in ballet shoes, and I thought it was really pretty. I didn't have anything for her. I just thought the way she dressed was really nice. I just wanted to add that in. I did the whole project, and then I spent like an hour just coloring stuff in. I thought, oh, okay, this is actually quite nice. I zoom out, I was like, yes, this is really nice. And what I realized is I needed to add accessories. I want to make it more like in theme. So if you see a lot of the stuff I'm doing today, is I'm just adding little details here and there, colors, little gems, bracelets, wristbands, just anything I can think of. I'm just throwing it all down. And I did not do the hair today, so I did part of the hair and I just kind of stopped. Why? Because I really want to accessorize first and foremost above anything else, and I know I can just do the hair later. It's actually not that difficult. I'm really scared of doing hair because I know I can fuck it up really easily, but it was not too difficult. And I am really proud of what came out of day 2. I think I'm gonna sleep over and I'm gonna realize a whole bunch of problems tomorrow. I think maybe I put in too much accessories, or everything's the same color. Maybe I need to emphasize more on the lighting, because I really don't feel like I'm getting much lighting out of it. There's so much stuff. Just looking at it right now. I'm going to work on that tomorrow, and I wouldn't say I'm excited. But I think tomorrow's going to be a good day, and I'm going to really close off this project. So let's see what we get. So it's day 3. Technically it's day 7 or 8. Between the last time I recorded this audio and now, it's been like 4 days, because I was working on trying to find an idea for another project before I finish this project, so I'm not left with like a bit of empty time where I have no idea what I'm doing. So yeah, I didn't really touch this for a really long time. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I think this project is the closest project I've ever had where the initial idea and the final idea is like almost the same. Like, I realized for a lot of my projects I would much prefer how it started with how it ended, but I think for this one, how it started, how it ended, pretty much looks exactly what my mind taught me. And I'm not saying that like it looks exactly what I intended. As you can see, it looks similar but different initially what I planned, but I think the final result is really nice. I really like what I did with the hair. The background, I think there's only a few projects where I actually know what I want to put in for a background, and the background actually turns out what I want it to be. But the problem is, because this is all like something in my mind's eye, so I don't know what I'm planning, I think I added too much stuff. Like, just whenever I look at it, I just feel like there's just so much colors and lights and like just everything. And is it too much? I'm not sure. Also, another thing I did is that when I was doing the white blue board, it's supposed to be a board, I accidentally merged it with a lower layer and then dropped the opacity on that, and then saved it like that, so I couldn't reset opacity. So a lot of the smaller details, they just kind of lost their color. It's kind of unfortunate. I'm too lazy to fix that. I'm really happy with how this project went. Sadly, it took like 7 days, but what can you do? I'm an idiot. I really like this project. Anyway, like and subscribe. I said that 1,000 times. Leave a comment to tell me what I should do next, because I have no idea what I want to do next. yeah, and see you next time.